Making sure this has been called straight down the middle. It's been a great officiated match. Look out!
That's got to be it.
It's like a pedigree for the second row. 2 new champ. What?
And look at the face of Corey Hollis. He cannot believe it.
Kidding me.
He cannot believe it.
And somehow he keeps kicking out. Oh,
and now
small package.
Small package.
No. Oh, he was going for that back elbow.
They both had the same
rolls
idea.
Him over. 2 or 3.
He got him.
He made him on a roll up.
He got him.
Your winner of the match, and still heavyweight champion.
Conley is the winner.
Caleb Conley.
Conley able to somehow get Hollis.
Corey Hollis shoves the referee down. Watch out.
Oh,
here comes Cedric Alexander. Oh, God almighty.
Cedric Alexander.
Cedric was coming out to protect his friend Caleb Conley, and he got leveled with that title belt. Here comes Adam Page. Adam Page.
And Page is saying, back off.
This is yours.
And Hollis says, okay. And Hollis tries to get the belt. Page says,
what is Adam? No! What is Adam Page doing? What is Adam Page doing?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
The plow driver from Adam Page. What is going on here? And now Zane Riley out with a chair.
But there is
Riley, wait a minute. Who the hell?
Who's this?
That's Luke Gallows.
What is Luke Gallows doing here?
That's Doc from TNA. That's Luke Gallows. What is Luke Gallows doing here?
Does he work for this company?
What in the hell is going on?
Does he work for this company?
No, he doesn't work
What's
for
he doing here?
What?
And now he's all over Zane Riley and Luke Gallows. Luke Doc Gallows.
And still, your PWX champion.
No, you aren't.
Corey freaking Hollis.
You got the skill right, but not the name.
Right here.
Well, I'll tell you.
Country jacked.
Welcome to PWX Championship Wrestling. Bruce Snyder along with Chris Shore. And I got to tell you, the talking is done. The hype is done. All the whatever is done. I'm ready for action. And tonight, pay-per-view, we're going to see what everyone's been waiting for. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's right. Live on iPay-per-view at highspots.tv. Be sure to check it out. Our main event tonight, Bruce, a 4-way ladder match. Cedric Alexander, Adam Page, Corey Hollis, and your PWX champion, Caleb Conley. 4-way ladder match. Can you believe it?
Well, and not only that, when you've got 4 competitors in the ring, even though guys might be friends or might be partners other times, everybody is for themselves. Everybody has one goal, and that's to get that title.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of wanting there, too. Of course, Corey Hollis coming off of that loss to Caleb Conley just a few weeks ago here on PWX television. Cedric Alexander, Caleb Conley, no strangers to each other. Adam Page, a young up-and-comer. There's a lot of opportunity in that match tonight. Someone's going to grab the brass ring.
But that's not the only title that we're talking about, because we have a show tonight that I think you are going to love, starting with our TV champion, Mr. Elite Drew Myers. You got to respect his ability. His attitude, though, sometimes has some folks questioning.
Yeah, just make sure you make room in your living room for Mr. Elite and his ego, because he's going to fill up a lot of that space tonight. Look, the young man is an exceptional athlete. There's no question about it. He has earned that Innovative Television Championship. But, you know, one of these days, somebody's going to put him in his place, and it might be tonight.
I'm wondering if he has to keep reminding everybody of that fact, though.
Yeah, he does. He reminds everybody. I don't know if he's trying to convince us or himself, but one thing is for certain, he's been perfect in that ring since winning that title.
Well, we will find out tonight. That is just one of the many matches we'll be seeing. So let's go to the ring right now for the start of PWX Championship Wrestling. Making this TV championship perhaps more valuable than your average TV championship, because it's harder to hold on to.
That's right. I mean, this is not a champion set of rules here.
And here comes Mr. Elite Drew Myers. And to me, nothing says cool like wearing sunglasses at night.
But he is a brash and arrogant young man. He comes to us from Dallas, Texas, by way of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where he had an outstanding college time there, college career with the Tar Heels.
And what I've heard, Myers might be brash, but he can back it up.
Well, he's the
obviously
ITV
being
champion.
the TV champion, that's right.
He's got something to say.
What's going on here? And I'm going back to that woman who's
smiling
got
even more
that
now.
little bit of a
Being
grin.
that I'm a man of sophistication, opportunity, excess, very few things in life are good enough to someone like me. It's true. I've never liked a pair of shoes that weren't calfskin. I don't buy a haircut unless it's at least $60.
Well, who doesn't?
The women in this room right now, not a single one of you are good enough for Drew Myers.
I'm available,
I'm
ladies.
sorry, it's true. I don't pander you people, I tell the truth. I am your PWX ITV champion.
And he is. He is the innovative
I
TV
represent
champion.
this company on a weekly basis, and I am proud to do so. That's true. But you see, there's something that's bothering me.
What do you think it is?
Because this belt, this physical belt, it's secondhand.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the belt
Frankly,
is beautiful.
it's not good enough for Drew Myers.
What?
Oh, he just threw it down.
I need something that's fashionable. I need something that's expensive. And above all else, I need something that is tailor-made for television, just like this face.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think we
Unwrap
might
that.
know what this young lady has.
You can get out of the ring, sweetheart. No one needs you here.
I guess she's served her purpose for Mr. Myers.
Shut up. I'm unwrapping this.
Myers not afraid to speak his mind. Oh, look what he pulls out.
Look at
Look at
that.
this.
You see that? That is a championship belt that's fit for a champion. It's fit for a king, and above all else, it's fit for me.
I guess we have a new belt.
So, a new title. It is beautiful. Drew Myers is right about that. Let's let Corky Franks do the ring introductions.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for one fall, and it's for the Innovative Television Championship. Introducing first, to my right, the challenger. He weighs in at 220 pounds. Wrestling out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Temptation, Sean Tempers.
The Temptation Sean Tempers. He keeps spraying that body spray. This whole place is going to stink up.
And his opponent, to my left, he weighs in at 225 pounds. Wrestling out of Dallas, Texas, he is the current PWX Innovative Television Champion, Mr. Elite, Drew Myers.
And you know what? Drew Myers speaking his mind, and a lot in the crowd applauding him for it.
Well, you know, it's kind of the thing is it bragging if you can back it up? Drew Myers doesn't seem to think so.
Sean Tempers laughing at Drew Myers. Like you said, Sean Tempers making his debut and immediately getting a TV title match. Well, obviously, he must have the credentials to back it up.
Again, one last time very quickly just to make sure we're all clear. 10-minute time limit on this. Sean Tempers does not have to defeat Drew Myers. If he doesn't, if he goes to the draw, he will get a certificate. He can cash it in immediately for another 10 minutes or at any time he sees fit in the future. Otherwise, he can beat Drew Myers by pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification. It is a challengers type championship series, folks. The champion has to work extra hard to get there. If anybody's been successful at it so far, though, it's been Drew Myers.
And now Myers has the extra motivation of having a brand new belt. You know what? I'm curious. Do you think he paid for that belt?
Well, he might. I mean, you heard him say he doesn't wear shoes unless they're calfskin. He doesn't buy a haircut unless it's $60. He's a well-paid young man, and I wouldn't doubt if he did pay for it.
I'll tell you what, he's paying for that shot by Sean Tempers. Myers, I think maybe that left a mark. And now Tempers with a bit of a smash from behind, and now that $60 haircut kind of getting ruined by Tempers.
Wow, Tempers teeing off here on Mr. Elite.
I think Sean has a temper.
It smells like douchebag from here.
Ooh, okay.
I guess that was
Chris,
maybe.
don't let him hear you say that.
Oh, wow.
Down on his head.
Drives him down. Mr. Elite landing face first.
That also came extremely close to landing on his neck. But Myers back on his feet and now countering. Countering again.
Myers ducks under here. Look out. Oh! Myers grabbed the rope, stopped his momentum, and hit a big kick to the face there. And just like that, Sean Tempers is on his back. Myers got him flipped over here. And now we're going to see some of that amateur background I talked about earlier from Drew Myers. Bruce, he's got probably the best belly-to-belly suplex I have seen since the great Magnum TA. I know that seems like high praise, but it is a very good belly-to-belly suplex.
And we'll see if Myers can maneuver Tempers to be able to use that hold. Obviously, you have to have your opponent in the right position. And right now, Myers on top of Tempers, wearing down Tempers, but not yet ready for that belly-to-belly.
A lot of people look at front headlocks and side headlocks and wonder what the purpose is. You're squeezing those arms around the temple, squeezing it around the neck, not choking, but just around the sides where the carotid arteries are. Look out here! There it is, that belly-to-belly suplex up and over. Wow.
You called it, but Tempers was able to get out of it. To further talk about what you were discussing, if you can be on top of your opponent, even if you're just have him in a chin lock, all your weight is on him. It's tiring him out, and it's a great move for you to rest and tire your opponent out at the same time.
If you're laying on top of him and he's trying to breathe, he's got to push both his back and your entire body off.
Absolutely.
To take a deep breath.
I think Myers might have to take a couple deep breaths.
Yeah, it's a good thing Myers sent that woman out of the ring from earlier, because I don't think he'd be able to do anything with her after that.
I don't think she'd want him to do anything with her anyway, the way he treated her. Tempers not taking advantage, though. It looked like he might have gotten poked in the eye. Blocks a punch and delivers one. Again, delivering a shot and pushing Myers back. And the intensity of this match starting to pick up. Off the ropes, knee to the gut. And Tempers taking control right now, again with the knee to the gut. Now, of course, we've said it before, if you can take the wind out of someone, you could maybe get the 1, 2, 3, or in this case, the 1, 2.
Yep. We're just about at the halfway point of this match. A little over 5 minutes remaining here. Tempers in a pretty good spot right now. Just like that. Look at Myers, duck under. Look out, Olympic slam, yes! Has Drew Myers retained? No.
And Drew Myers, despite the fact that he might have a bit of an attitude, certainly can wrestle.
Myers getting frustrated now, wanting to know where the 3 was for that.
And the fans mockingly clapping his frustration pounds, as we'll call them. He's got his fans, though. But now Tempers. And Tempers with a nice combination.
Oh, great bridge there from Tempers, but Mr. Elite able to kick out. And now this is where time does start to work against Sean Tempers. This is where if the champion has an advantage at all, it's in that 10-minute time limit. That takes, you get to work very fast to get a guy in a pinning predicament in just 10 minutes.
Can you tell us about how much time is remaining?
Oh, what a great bridging German suplex. Has he retained? Yes.
contest, and still television champion, Drew Myers.
And I'll answer my own question. He got it done with about 6 minutes. So with 4 minutes to spare, and really, you have to give credit to Drew Myers. He came out, he said he was going to do something. He even brought out a new belt, and by golly, he did it.
Drew Myers victorious tonight. His win streak as ITV champion continues. And, well, we'll just let him speak for himself.
Caleb Conley, you think that you got us. You think you got this. Caleb, this belongs to me. This belongs to us. Because you see, the first thing I was ever told in this sport, not this business, but this sport, nothing is ever going to be handed to you. You got to go, and you got to take it for yourself. Isn't that right? Huh? Isn't that right, boys?
Yeah, you told me that, and I came, and we took it. Taking is what it's all about. You see, you can take the country out of a boy, but you can't take a boy out of the country. And you found 3 dejected country boys with a pissed off perseverance. And we have been united through you, and we are coming to rain hell down on PWX. Tell them, boss.
Caleb Conley, you may have won this battle, but boy, you will not win this war.
Oh, hell! Get him, boy! Get him, boy! Get him!
Top Rope Belts is the world leader in custom design title belts, specializing in creating a unique belt for each and every client. Our mission is to focus on innovation, creativity, and the highest standards of quality. Clients from all around the world, ranging from wrestling, MMA, corporations, and professional sports teams. Are you looking for a championship belt to represent you or your company? Look no further than Top Rope Belts. Top Rope Belts can be contacted at area code 336-470-3071 or at topropebelts.com.
Winston Salem, Saturday, November 30th. WrestleCade is back. The 2013 lineup. Hold on your head. It just might explode. Diamond Dallas Page, Carlito, The Rock and Roll Express. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Meet him firsthand at the WrestleCade Fan Fest. Stars like Tony Atlas, Steve Carino, Tully Blanchard, Robbie E., Shelly Martinez, Nikita Cola, Gunner. Think we're done? Not even close. Matt Hardy, the Headbanger, the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez, Hurricane Helms, Ryan Shamrock, Baby Doll, Rick Steiner, WrestleCade, Jake the Snake Roberts. Check out the complete lineup at WrestleCade.com. And follow them on Facebook and Twitter. Looking for tickets? Just $10 and up. Do not wait. This show will sell out. WrestleCade. Saturday, November 30th. WrestleCade 2013. Be there.
Hey, I'm Ted, owner of American Air Heating and Cooling, with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Have I got a deal for you?
Tell them Rick sent you and get $400 off a new Maytag heating and cooling system.
Woo! Whoa, just because you have an office here doesn't mean you own the place.
What the Nature Boy says goes. Woo!
That's $400 off a new Maytag heating and cooling system.
Well, what are you waiting for? Call American Air Heating and Cooling today. Woo! Woo, 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 woo!
PWX Live event is coming to a town near you. November 22nd at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Also on November 23rd at Cabarrus Arena and Event Center. See PWX star Caleb Conley, Cedric Alexander, and the newly formed Country Jack. Once again, join us for 2 huge nights of pro wrestling. Tickets start at $15. For more information, please visit pwxprowrestling.com.
Chris is awesome. He's as hot as it get. The type to drop you quick with a mafia kick. Got the hunger of a young lion, plus the eye of the tiger. Pummel you like he's a young Tyson. That young knockout kid splits.
Be sure to connect with PWX Wrestling through all of our social media outlets and find out all the latest news at pwxprowrestling.com. And we are underway here. Finally, Lance Lude and the party manimal Zane. Looks like Zane's going to take a break. He's got to eat a little something first. And
what exactly is Zane doing here?
He's having a chip break. Bet you can't eat just one.
Is this the place to do it, though, in the ring? I think that's what Lance is wondering.
Eat Lance Lude. I don't know.
And the crowd... And the crowd looks like they are sort of instigating Zane Riley, and Lance Lude not quite sure what to think.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal in this state.
Lance Lude trying to give him a little here's what's going on business.
Too far. But not far enough, says the party manimal. Oh, yeah. Lance Lude had enough.
It is starting.
Potato chip back. I believe I would rather have gotten the water. Lude got the worst end of that deal and that one.
And you know, Lance Lude has to realize he's a lot smaller, a lot lighter, and now a lot wetter than Zane Riley.
Well, we got a mess in the ring here. Oh, no. That's
and that cannot be good for you. I kind of wonder when the last time Zane Riley bathed.
That's not good for our viewing audience either.
That's not good for anybody.
We apologize for being in high def.
Fortunately, it's television, not smell-o-vision.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The TV, the viewing is kind of rough right now.
You know, this match is legal and is going. Zane Riley obviously having fun, and Lude, it looks like this crowd definitely is for Riley.
They go test of strength. Why would Lance Lude get into a test of strength with a guy 3 times his size? Zane Riley, 330 pounds of epic, Bruce. How do you think this is going to turn out?
Yeah, I think we know the answer, and I think maybe Lude is trying some psychological warfare, but is it smart? Let's see. So far, the jury would say,
Lance Lude's on his tiptoes, and he might have something here. No. Oh, that doesn't look good. Got here. Look, he's toying with him now. Look out! Oh, he's got him here in a pinning position.
And Riley trying to go for the quick pin. And the thing about Riley, he's big and he's sweaty, but he can move in the ring.
Yeah, he can fly around the ring, that cannonball of his. Oh, he's got Riley pulled back there. Riley had Lude put down, but now you see the power. That's what you're going to see more out of.
And I think if Lude is going to have any hope of winning, he's going to have to use his speed. He's going to have to duck, run, and try and stay away from Riley.
Look at the power of Zane Riley, teasing the slam a couple of times and then finally doing it.
And Riley just having fun with it.
Calling for the Vader bomb here, but look out.
And a great shot by Lude, and that's what he has to do. Take advantage of his opportunities, and that's what he did. He saw an opening, went right after the leg, boom, and now he's in the controlling position.
Well, Lance Lude was never going to win any awards for being the that was unnecessary. That's what I was referring to. Oh, but what? I don't even know what to say.
Well, the X in PWX, we might know what that stands for now.
After that.
Maybe it should be PWXXX. We appreciate you joining us here. Bruce Snyder at ringside along with Chris Shore. Zane Riley's actually had a streak of good fortune recently. He's had some good matches, and but now Lude taking it to him, going for the pin.
Yeah, had a bounty on his head not too long ago, and ended up getting rid of the man who had that bounty on his head in the process. And he's had a lot of fun over the past few months, but racked up a lot of wins. Has Zane Riley? He's been very impressive as of late. Lance Lude still trying to find his way here in PWX, still relatively new to us. But he's having some good luck with Riley right now.
And Lude does have some ability, but the thing about it is he's so much smaller than Riley that you wonder if those shots are actually making enough of an impact to wear down Riley. And that's the only way Lude is going to be able to beat the big guy.
Right now, Zane Riley, well, as we started to say, it looks like they were having plenty of impact, but life left in the big man.
And again, Lude, smart, trying to take out the man's wheels. You take out his wheels, and if he's down on the canvas, he can't move.
That's right. That's right. How do you handle a bigger man? You take away his big advantage. You get him down to your size. And Zane Riley on his knees is a totally different guy from Zane Riley on his feet, as we see there. Just the ability to use his momentum to reverse that. But Lude shoots in. Now, Lude,
and it looks like Lude caught him at a beautiful drop kick off the top rope.
Quick cover here.
And again, a 2 count. And Lude, maybe a bit of a surprise. Maybe Riley underestimated his opponent somewhat.
Well, you know, I've talked to Zane Riley before, and he's told me he's just here to have a good time and to win wrestling matches. And I asked him if he ever thought his good time might get in the way. We might see that happen here tonight. Lance Lude had some fun with Riley at first, like he was going to play along, but since then, it's been all Lude.
Chris, it's still a business. You can have all the good time you want, but at the end of the night, the man who wins gets the bigger paycheck.
Oh, did you see that?
That was an amazing maneuver by
Lance Lude snapping his body over to get all 330 pounds of Zane Riley over in that flying head scissor. Shows you the core body strength of Lude.
Lude now has Riley in the corner, climbing on top of the second rope, and now a series of, it looks like forearms.
And now Lude showing you where his name came from, but look out, Riley. Oh, God, look out, low bridge here. Belly to back throw off the second rope.
That might do it.
Zane Riley can't capitalize, though. He's down in the ring. He's suffered a lot at the hands of Lude, but a great throw there. Riley trying to find his feet.
And the crowd trying to rally Riley. And you can hear them say, Zane, Zane, and it looks like it's working. Riley now to his feet. Lude also to his feet, and Lude with the kick.
But Riley finally makes it all the way to his feet and a headbutt of his own.
And these two guys taking it to each other.
Oh, back fist there. Wow, but then a jumping kick there from Lude. Lance Lude is giving as good as he's getting here. Is he going for that sliced bread? He's got him up, but oh, look at this.
Almost touching the ceiling.
They got him down. Is he going to be the Belushi driver? Oh! Lude slipped out somehow.
Landing on his feet.
Oh.
And Riley just used his power, and I'm surprised Riley hasn't done that from the start.
330 pounds of epic goes Zane Riley as it crashes into the chest of Lance Lude. Somebody call a medic.
I think the sound that we heard was squish. Riley now putting Lude exactly where he wants him, in the middle of the ring, away from the ropes.
Okay.
And now calling for the Vader bomb. The fans are looking for it from Riley. Riley tried this earlier. It didn't work out for him. And taking a lot of time here. He better be careful. Oh, he hits the Vader bomb and a cover. 1, 2, and 3.
And there you go. Zane Riley, the winner over Lance Lude.
Zane Riley.
The hits keep on coming for Zane Riley. Lance Lude coming up a little bit short tonight. A good effort from the young man.
And you know, you got to wonder if maybe Zane Riley should start listening more to his fans. His fans told him to go for the bomb. He did the bomb, and it helped him get the 1, 2, 3.
Did Zane Riley victorious tonight.
There you go, Zane, baby. Come on, everybody!
You do.
Everyone keeps congratulating me. Tell me, good match, great match. Well, you know, I may have won, but it seems bittersweet now. I was expecting to beat Corey Hollis. Well, I beat Corey Hollis, but it seems he's recruited a couple country boys to do his dirty work. Adam Page, same thing, man. Never done anything to you. You wanna come? You wanna make a name for yourself? That's great. You and Corey Hollis, come make a name for yourself. Now, Lude, I don't even know what you're doing here. You gotta beef with me. You gotta beef with Cedric. You gotta beef with Zane. That's great. Take it up on your own time. Tonight was about me and Corey. It doesn't end tonight. But come November at Cabarrus Arena, I'm gonna have my title back, and I'm proving to you, proving to Adam, proving to #CountryJacked. The PWX title is staying in the 704. You should have killed me when you had the chance.
Top Rope Belts is the world leader in custom designed title belts, specializing in creating a unique belt for each and every client. Our mission is to focus on innovation, creativity, and the highest standards of quality. Clients from all around the world, ranging from wrestling, MMA, corporations, and professional sports teams. Are you looking for a championship belt to represent you or your company? Look no further than Top Rope Belts. Top Rope Belts can be contacted at area code 336-470-3071 or at topropebelts.com.
Winston-Salem, Saturday, November 30th. WrestleCade is back. The 2013 lineup. Hold on your head. It just might explode. Diamond Dallas Page, Carlito, The Rock and Roll Express, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Meet him firsthand at the WrestleCade Fan Fest. Stars like Tony Atlas, Steve Carino, Tully Blanchard, Robbie E., Shelly Martinez, Nakita Cola, Gunner. Think we're done? Not even close. Matt Hardy, the Headbanger, the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez, Hurricane Helms, Ryan Shamrock, Baby Doll, Rick Steiner, WrestleCade, Jake the Snake Roberts. Check out the complete lineup at WrestleCade.com. And follow them on Facebook and Twitter. Looking for tickets? Just $10 and up. Do not wait. This show will sell out. WrestleCade. Saturday, November 30th. WrestleCade 2013. Be there.
Hey, I'm Ted, owner of American Air Heating and Cooling, with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Have I got a deal for you?
Tell him Rick sent you and get $400 off a new Maytag heating and cooling system. Woo!
Whoa, just because you have an office here doesn't mean you own the place.
What the Nature Boy says goes. Woo!
That's $400 off a new Maytag heating and cooling system.
Well, what are you waiting for? Call American Air Heating and Cooling today. Woo! Woo, 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 woo!
PWX live event is coming to a town near you. November 22nd at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Also on November 23rd at Cabarrus Arena and Event Center. See PWX star Caleb Conley, Cedric Alexander, and the newly formed CountryJacked. Once again, join us for 2 huge nights of pro wrestling. Tickets start at $15. For more information, please visit PWXProWrestling.com.
Chris is awesome. He's as hot as it get. The type to drop you quick with a mafia kick. Got the hunger of a young lion, plus the eye of the tiger. Pummel you like he's a young Tyson. That young knockout kid splits.
PWX Wrestling is sponsored by HighSpots.com, your leader in wrestling merchandise. TopRopeBelts.com, traditional innovation. WrestlingHeels.com, listen to Wrestling Heels live 2 times a week. Pro Wrestling International, find them at PWIPro.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall and is part of the Dream Matchup Series.
And I got to tell you, this is the match I've been waiting for. This is the match that really fans are not going to believe what they see. As Rich Swann takes on Cedric Alexander, and really this could be a main event match, any promotion, anywhere around the world.
Introducing first, making his way to the ring. He weighs in tonight at 175 pounds. Wrestling out of Baltimore, Maryland, Rich Swann!
Rich Swann out of Baltimore, Maryland. Will he be the first man to put away Cedric Alexander in the Dream Match Series? He has beat a roster of rosters, Bruce. Tommaso Ciampa, Jay Lethal, the list goes on and on and on. And Rich Swann, Johnny Gargano, I can't even remember them all. There's so many. Rich Swann, the high flyer, gets his chance tonight.
And this could be Cedric Alexander's toughest test to date. Rich Swann, of course, among the groups wrestling in Dragon Gate USA. Rich Swann from Baltimore. Actually, I had a chance to talk with him beforehand. See that green? He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So he's going to try and pull off the upset like the Eagles try to do this season. But Cedric Alexander, like you said, so far extremely successful in this Dream Match Series. Will he be able to add another notch?
Listen to this crowd as Cedric steps through the curtain.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring. He weighs in tonight at 207 pounds. Wrestling out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Kick to Kill Cedric Alexander.
Bruce Snyder, I saw Cedric Alexander for the first time 3.5 years ago. I walked out of the arena that night and I looked at my friend and I said, "We just met a star."
I saw him for the first time a month ago, and I had to watch that match 3 more times. It was simply incredible. But I'll tell you what, Rich Swann is going to give Cedric Alexander all he can handle, and a lot of times, be it wrestling or football or basketball, you're as good as your opponent. And right now, each opponent might push each other to the top.
Rich Swann is not without his fans here at the Tremont Music Hall. But I think this is a pro-Cedric crowd. The young man from right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Swann having some fun with the fans here.
And Alexander enjoying it. Big smile on his face. Swann doing some showboating. And
We
here
are
go.
underway here, folks. Dream Match Series tonight. Cedric Alexander's opponent, the first real high flyer he has faced to date. Everybody he's gone on with can come off the top rope, but nobody like Mr. Standing 450 himself, Rich Swann.
Once again, Cedric Alexander in the purple against Rich Swann in the green.
So is this like Eagles versus Panthers? I mean, the Panthers aren't purple, I guess. They've got that blue.
Well, it's Eagles against the Ravens, and that's the irony, is Rich Swann is from Baltimore, but it's Cedric Alexander in the purple.
Swann having some fun here. Now this is, Swann likes to come out and act kind of weird. If you've been watching PWX television, you've seen Swann come out and act weird several times. But it does work to his psychological advantage. He gets guys thinking about what's going on outside the ring and can take advantage of that with a quick strike.
And that's part of the reason Swann has been so successful. Swann wrestling all over the world. He's wrestled in Japan. He's wrestled in Florida. He, of course, very successful here in the Carolinas. He's wrestled up in Canada.
Oh, we're going to get the handshake. Oh, we got the high five.
And Cedric Alexander says, okay, fine. If that's what Swann wants, that's what I'll give him. Alexander and Swann. And I'll tell you what, the crowd very much into it. They haven't even locked up yet.
Tebow Calhoun over there making some noise.
Here we go.
Pork Chop Cash. I don't know why I call him Tebow. Pork Chop Cash.
Pork Chop Cash.
Yeah, Pork Chop Cash is the guy over there with the hat on. Just stay away from him. You'll be fine.
I'll write it down. I'll try to remember it. Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann. And Rich Swann says he's going to carve him up.
Can of corn, Rich. Can of corn. Little corny.
And the fans seem to enjoy what Swann is dishing.
A little Razor Ramon for everyone here. All right, these guys are having a lot of fun right now. We're about to have even more fun watching this happen.
Here they go, tying up.
We got a clean Baker minute to go from Cedric. Will we get one from Rich Swann?
Yes,
we
will.
do.
So we start off very gentlemanlike, very sportsmanlike.
That has been the beauty of this series. All these guys have come in and taken it seriously. No one has come in and looked for shortcuts. Cedric Alexander out to prove that he is the best in the independent scene right now. He's been notching his belt left and right.
Well, let me ask you, because you probably know the independent scene as well as anybody. Where would you rate Cedric Alexander among some of the other fine competitors out there?
Oh, he's probably top 10. Easy top 10 wrestler on the independent scene right now. If I was starting my own promotion, it could cull from the herd anywhere in the independent scene. You got to believe Cedric's in my first 10 hires at this point. And you know, some people will go, oh, but wouldn't you say that he's number one? No, we're going to be honest about this. There are guys out there that Cedric has yet to match up with, but when you look at the names he's beaten over the past few months, Jay Lethal, Cedric Alexander, Tommaso Ciampa, and Rich Swann here tonight, if he's able to put him away, he climbs that ladder a little bit more every day, and it's just a matter of time before Cedric Alexander is the number one talent on the indie scene.
What would you say his strong points are? You know, for our fans maybe who are seeing Cedric Alexander for the first time.
Well, you know, you got to start with Cedric's speed and power. I mean, he's really kind of an enigma. He goes in there, he flies around the ring, but he also has explosive power, especially in those legs. They don't call him kick to kill for nothing. And that corner drop kick, the concussion on delivery, COD. Again, I sat here, Bruce, and watched him break Adam Page's nose with it. He kicked Adam Page straight over the top rope with it. There is no doubt if Cedric starts swinging feet at you, you are in trouble. But really, if anything, it's his heart, his determination. He's just turned 22 years old, an amazing talent, nothing but upside on this kid.
Rich Swann showing some acrobatics there, and Alexander countering him, riding on top, and now has him down in a underhook.
Well, and Rich Swann is in that top 10 list as well. I mean, there's no question about it at all. Rich Swann.
Well, which is why this is the Dream Match Series like we were talking about.
Of course. It's, I mean, both of these guys, just incredible talent. Rich Swann, you mentioned wrestling all over the world. You go to Japan, you learn how to take a beating. And that's going to pay out well for him in this match because Cedric Alexander will put down a beating on Rich Swann before he beats him if he's able to. Again, it's no guarantee. I guess I'm used to seeing Cedric win, and in my mind I make certain assumptions, but Rich Swann is not somebody you're just going to walk past and ignore.
No, not at all. And Swann maybe, because he's a little smaller, deceptively strong, deceptively quick, as he's just demonstrating right now, and that could be to his advantage. He is so quick that Alexander used to wrestling some of these bigger guys who aren't going to be as quick. Alexander maybe has to change his strategy or his philosophy for Swann. Swann flipping over, and Swann with the high drop kick.
Well, in some of the bigger promotions, you will see athletes that come in that are not great wrestlers. That is not who Rich Swann is. He is the total package. He is a great athlete and a great wrestler.
And it looks like he has Alexander dazed just slightly. Swann showing his speed and his agility.
Well, this is the fastest guy that Cedric has had to face in this Dream Match Series. He's probably the most explosive and non-traditional sort of guy, too. Just very unique in his approach to matches and the way he does things.
And let's talk about that for a second. When you've got speed, what you can do, if you can keep your opponent matching your speed, you can wear your opponent out. Rich Swann obviously has a lot of endurance, and I'm not saying Cedric Alexander doesn't, but Alexander might not be used to facing an opponent quite this quick, and we'll see if Swann can take advantage of it. Of course, having said that, Alexander probably has the advantage in power, so we're looking at maybe power versus speed, although Swann obviously has power to go with the speed, and Alexander has speed to go with the power. But it'll be very interesting to see how it all matches up.
No, I mean, if you've got to pigeonhole these guys one way or the other, Swann is the faster of the two, no question about it, and an amazing athlete. But who did we see Cedric Alexander beat in our last Dream Match Series? It was Johnny Gargano, good friends with Rich Swann. They've been in a faction together in Dragon Gate USA. He knows him very well. So, you know, Cedric has probably seen a lot of film of Swan, but Swan has probably had a chance to talk to Gargano and ask Gargano where he made his mistakes and can learn directly from a guy who was just in that ring with Cedric Alexander.
I'm sure absolutely that happened, and we see Swan taking advantage and maybe using some of that information you were talking about with kicks to the head, and now has got Alexander controlling by his head in a snapmare. And again, Swan putting Alexander exactly where he wants him. Stalling a little bit.
Now, here is where Swan is completely at home. He can do just about anything from up there. Oh.
And here's where Alexander stays one step ahead of him. And Swan really telegraphed that leap.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew that was going to happen. And Alexander made Swan pay the price.
Yeah, Swan taking just a little bit too long to get Cedric set up, to get over into that corner.
Swan might have tweaked the knee just a little bit. Did you notice how he was flexing out his leg, almost like he was trying to get the blood flowing again? Something to keep an eye on. We'll see if Swan's left leg gives him any kind of trouble or if it was just a little stinger. Off the ropes now.
Oh, Cedric gets him up and over there. Look out. Drives the knee down.
And that's how you slow down a fast man. You take the wind out of him.
Cover there. And now this is interesting. We talked earlier about taking the legs out from a big man. In a lot of ways, Cedric needs to take the legs out from Rich Swann here, not because Swann is the bigger man, but because that is where Swann is his most dangerous. And you get Swann on the ground, he's not going to grapple you to death, Bruce. He's going to beat you by jumping around.
And it's interesting you should say that. I kind of got the impression that Alexander was thinking the exact same thing because he started going for the legs, started going for the midsection to try and take the wind away from him as well as taking, as we like to say, his wheels away from him. We'll see if that strategy pays off. But right now, Alexander definitely in the controlling position, but as I say that, Swann able to counter with a shot to the midsection. Gets out, and a shot to the face.
Stiff shot there from Swann.
And that stings. And that came out of left field. Oh!
How high in the air was Rich Swann?
And that was with Cedric Alexander just a little bit woozy, and you can see he's still feeling his face. I think he got pegged, but still maybe on instinct he was able to send Swann flying, and Alexander getting the 2 count.
Stats over here telling me that Swann almost clipped the ceiling. I believe it. Good God, he was in the air a million miles.
A 2 count, kicking out. Swann, look at Swann again, adjusting that knee brace and that leg. Let's keep an eye on that and see if maybe that can be some sort of hindrance. But right now, Alexander having Swann in the predicament, Alexander behind Swann, and the fans really, really seem to be enjoying this.
Well, this is what they paid to see,
The
Bruce.
Dream Match Series.
The Dream Match Series, it has yet to fail to delight, or excuse me, yet to fail to deliver. Yeah, thank you.
And we're hearing some fans yelling for Swann. I think the fans a little bit divided here, and Swann now starting to use his fists.
I don't know if trading shots with Cedric Alexander is the way to go there. He went for the legs. That was good. Look out. What Cedric got planned here. Oh, what a gut buster.
And Alexander saying, nope, that's not enough. And now does the same thing except on his back.
Gut buster backbreaker combo. Oh my God, how was Rich Swann not broken in half?
How was Swann able to get out of that? And now here's what I question. Alexander wasting time with the ref rather than going right after Swann. Swann getting some precious time to try and recover. Alexander now finally on his opponent.
Imagine somebody with a baseball bat the size of Cedric Alexander's thigh, like a cricket bat, slapping you in the stomach and then hitting you across the kidneys right afterwards. Oh. Just a sickening thud where we talked about earlier, we're what, 15 feet away from the ring, something like that, and you can hear this thing, just those chops just ring out. Listen.
And as this match gets deeper, the pace is slowed down somewhat.
Oh, look out here. Could this be the COD? Oh, Swann quickly stepped aside.
Swann doing his homework, like you said. He saw that coming. And Swan with a kick to the side of the head, and Alexander's rocked.
Oh, did you see that jumping Rana?
What'd you call it again?
A jumping Hurricane Rana.
I call it a painful move, and now the fans cheering for Swan, saying Swan, Swan, and Alexander.
Uh-oh, look out here. Those wings aren't on his tights just for effects, folks. They accurately describe who Rich Swan is. He's got no problem flying here. Our fans have gotten out of the way, but look out, Cedric!
And the two trying to counter each other. And Alexander and Swan gets the worst of that, and Alexander now.
Ooh.
And that is 2 9/10. I thought we had a winner. I thought Swan had the upset victory.
That's as close as I have seen Cedric Alexander in one of these dream matches since we started.
Goodness gracious. And Swan rallying the crowd, and the crowd responding in kind, and Alexander trying to catch a breath, trying to get his bearings back. And Swan again sort of fiddling with his leg a little bit. But I'll tell you what, Swan's still able to fly high. And here comes Swan, and Alexander ducks out of the way. And here comes Alexander, and Swan counters. Basically going into the turnbuckle is not the best move.
Look out here. Oh! A crazy kick. Cedric Alexander flying off of the top rope, comes around 2.5.
And once again, the fans applauding. Wow, what a match. Rich Swan in the green, Cedric Alexander wearing the purple. Both men beaten, battered, and sucking wind, trying to get a breath, trying to dig down for that 4th, 5th, and 6th breath in reserve, trying to get to their reserves, trying to summon some sort of strength.
Oh, and they're throwing bombs at each other right now.
And now Alexander asking for it, and Swan gave it to him. And Swan, whoa, my goodness.
Mighty.
That's enough to scramble your eggs.
Yeah.
And now the two men are just trading blows. And Alexander rocked. That punch didn't have quite as much.
Alexander back to forearm shots there. Swan had it coming. Oh, wow!
And that kick to the face, that could be it. Alexander could be out on his feet right now.
And now Swan, what kind of craziness has he got playing here? Oh!
And I think Swan made a huge error by not going for the pin immediately when he had Alexander rocked.
He wanted to add something to that, I could understand, but instead of taking the time to hype it up, he should have just gone for it.
But Chris Shore, don't you think sometimes you can overthink a situation, and maybe Swan did that?
Yeah, absolutely. Swan trying to get fired up there. Should have just gone for whatever move he wanted to. And back to the well one too many times, but Cedric explodes out of the super kick into that diving forearm. And now both men are down.
And the referee counting both of them. And we're at the 2 count.
The referee makes it to 10, and we will have a draw in the Dream Match Series. Boy, I as much as I would love to see a finish to this, I would take it if it means we could see it again, Bruce.
Let's see what happens. Both men struggling to get to their feet. And they get to their feet, breaking the referee's count. All right, Alexander now trying to get Swan off the ropes, and instead says, here's something for your troubles. Forearm to the side of the jaw. Swan using the ropes to increase his leverage, and once again a shot to the side of the face. Alexander just so big and raw.
Look at the strength of Swan and the intelligence to sink down to use his body weight, but in the process exposing the side of his head to another one of those forearm shots from Cedric. Can he finally get him over this time? Look out here. Oh!
Amazing.
Pops out.
Absolutely amazing. Swan catching Alexander completely by surprise.
Injection! No!
Again. And Swan cannot believe it. Swan thought for sure he had the victory, and frankly, Chris, so did I.
Well, Swan should have known that when Jay Lethal did that same move, Cedric Alexander able to kick out of it as well. Swan thought he had done enough damage up to that point. I can understand trying.
And this is what makes Cedric Alexander, like you were talking about, so tough in these dream match series. As you said, opponent after opponent after opponent.
Wait. Now he starts here. He starts jumping up for that 450. Oh, but Cedric got the knees up, rolls him over. He's got him stacked. Is that? No. That standing 450 splash. Rich Swann was going for it, and Alexander got the knees up. Oh, that exploding backbreaker of his. That should be it. Say goodnight. Now Rich Swann kicked out.
And now Cedric Alexander cannot believe it. Cedric Alexander saying, what do I have to do to get the win? And Rich Swann, as you said, able to somehow dig down deep and kick out. The fans are going crazy. They cannot believe this great match that they are watching in the Dream Match Series.
You said you couldn't believe that Cedric Alexander kicked out. I can't believe Rich Swann kicked out. There's so much energy in this building right now here at Tremont. What's it going to take for one of these guys to put the other away?
Rich Swann trying to pull himself up. He might be near the end of his rope. Can Cedric Alexander take advantage? Puts the arm up there.
Looking for that brain buster. That's his move. Can he get him up? Oh, but a knee to the head. Swann trying to get his body down. He got him up. Oh!
And Swann counters. And now Alexander countering Swann. And once again, another counter.
Can he get him up there? No. Oh.
And somehow.
Oh, look at this. Look at Rich Swann. He's almost. Oh, God, I thought Rich Swann was going to beat him there.
Let's give Swann credit because the move he originally planned did not happen, and somehow he was able to adjust in midair and almost turn it into a pinning combination.
Boy, that was a scary situation, and somehow Rich Swann came out on top of that, on top of Cedric Alexander, and almost pinned him.
Chris, I want you to talk about something else. As intense as this match has been.
Yeah, here he's going for that again, but look at this. Look at the catch. Oh! Bounced him up into like a Pele kick, and now brain buster!
There's the brain buster like we were talking about. And Alexander able to get the win. And I was going to ask you about the sweat on their bodies, but obviously...
Alexander!
And Alexander able to maneuver Swann and get the brain buster. And honestly, you have to give major props to Swann for turning this into an incredible match. But in the end, Cedric Alexander able to use both his speed and his power to get the victory.
Undefeated in the Dream Series, the Dream Match Series is Cedric Alexander, making a name for himself up and down the Southeast and all across the nation. And once again, Bruce, he made one step higher up that ladder of the top 10.
Cedric Alexander able to show all these fans why he is the champ of the Dream Match Series, beating Rich Swann. We appreciate you joining us for PWX Championship Wrestling. For Chris Shore, I'm Bruce Snyder. We'll see you again next time.